Okay, so can we separate alcohol dissolved in water by using separating funnel? What do you say?
No, ma'am, we cannot separate them using a funnel because the mixture is immiscible actually.
Because the mixture is miscible. Yeah, any other answer? Leona, what do you think? Leona? We cannot separate. What is the answer? We cannot separate alcohol and water by separating funnel as it is miscible so we can only separate immiscible liquids or immiscible mixture with the help of separating funnel. We cannot separate miscible one. Alcohol and water are get easily mixed with each other. So these are called miscible. So I cannot separate alcohol and water by separating funnel. Please write it in your copy, then we will proceed to 29th. If it is done, do tell me.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Divyansh?
Ma'am, I'm writing, ma'am.
Okay, please write it. So those who have written 28, they can try 29, then I will discuss. Okay, so let's discuss question number 29. On heating, calcium carbonate gets converted into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Is this physical change or chemical change? When we heat calcium carbonate, it gets converted. Heat means it is shown by this triangle. It gets converted into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Is this a physical change or chemical change? See, from calcium carbonate, new substance is formed. So it decompose. It's, or you can say it break down into two parts. New compounds are formed. So it is a chemical change. Okay, can you prepare one acidic and one basic solution by using the product obtained in the above process? So if I make the solution from the product obtained, product meaning calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So if I mix calcium oxide with water, then what happen? It will get converted into calcium hydroxide, which is a base. So I am getting the basic solution. How? I am mixing calcium oxide. Calcium oxide is called quicklime. So I am mixing quicklime and water. So I am getting calcium hydroxide. It is also called as slaked lime. Slaked lime is a base. Similarly, if I take the another product, that is carbon dioxide, and if I mix water in it, I will be getting carbonic acid. This is called carbonic acid. So from the product obtained, I can prepare one acidic and one basic solution. Okay, carbonic acid is present in our carbonated drinks, soft drinks.
Ma'am, written.
Okay, so let's move to question number 30. Non-metals are usually poor conductor of heat and electricity. They are non-lustrous, non-sonorous, non-malleable, and are colored. Name a lustrous non-metal. So these are the exceptions. And when we are in class 8, we have studied that exception. Yes, anyone remember?
Ma'am, iodine.
Very good. So Ayan remembered it is iodine is lustrous. They do have shine, but it is a non-metal. So it is an exception. Otherwise, non-metal are generally dull. Name a non-metal which exists as liquid at room temperature. I'm not talking about metal. I'm talking about non-metal which is liquid at room temperature. Yes. Anyone?
Ma'am, bromine.
Correct. Bromine is the correct answer. And if I ask you about metal which is liquid at room temperature, then what is the answer?
Mercury.
You are correct. Metal liquid at room temperature is mercury. Okay, so let's move to the C part. Allotropic form of non-metal is a good conductor of electricity. Name the allotrop. Yes. So this is allotropic form of carbon. Non-metal is carbon. Allotropic form of carbon, which is a good conductor of electricity. The name of allotrop is graphite. If I talk about allotrop of carbon, then the allotrop of carbon, which is a good conductor of electricity, is graphite. Okay, then D part is name a non-metal which is known to form the largest number of compound. That is carbon. One whole chapter is devoted to carbon and its compound in class 10th. So the non-metal which form the largest number of compounds is carbon. Even we are also made up of carbon. Name a non-metal other than carbon which shows allotropy. So it is sulfur, and you can write phosphorus. This also show allotropy. Allotropy we will be learning in class 10th. I'm just showing you, just giving you an idea of allotropy. Allotropy मतलब वो बेसिकली तो होता है कार्बन ही है, ये जो भी वो एलिमेंट है वो रहता वही है, पर अलग अलग तरीके से वो ऑर्गेनाइज्ड होता है. जैसे if I talk about allotrope of carbon, then allotrope of carbon you will be learning in class 10th, that are graphite, diamond, fullerene. So this all three are allotrope of carbon. Graphite is also having carbon, diamond is also having carbon, fullerene is also having carbon, but they have different arrangement of carbon atoms. जैसे ग्रेफाइट में अरेंजमेंट जो होता है हेक्सागोनल अरेंजमेंट होता है, डायमंड में अरेंजमेंट डिफरेंट होता है. सो दे आर हैविंग डिफरेंट अरेंजमेंट. डायमंड में टेट्राहेड्रल अरेंजमेंट होता है, उसके कारण इन्हें एलोट्रॉप्स कहते हैं और उनकी जो प्रॉपर्टीज है बदल जाती है. जैसे ग्रेफाइट इज अ गुड कंडक्टर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, बट डायमंड डू नॉट कंडक्ट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. केवल अरेंजमेंट ऑफ कार्बन से इनकी प्रॉपर्टीज अलग अलग होती है. ओके, नेम अ नॉन मेटल. एफ पार्ट, नेम अ नॉन मेटल विच इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर कंबशन.
Ma'am, air. Ma'am, oxygen.
Oxygen. Oxygen is correct. Oxygen is a non-metal which is required for combustion. Very good. Okay, so let's move to question number 31. Classify the substance given into elements and compounds. Easy question. Do it yourself, then we will discuss. Okay, so can we discuss? Starting from Cu. Cu means copper. Yes. What do you say for Cu?
Ma'am, element.
It is an element. You are correct. Okay. Sand. Sand is SiO2, silicon dioxide. It is a compound. I am just writing the formula of sand so that you understand it is made up of two elements, silicon and oxygen. It is a compound. Okay, what about water? Water is again made up of two components, hydrogen and oxygen. It is also a compound. Okay, what about calcium carbonate? It is made up of three elements, calcium, carbon and oxygen. So it is also a compound. Okay, if I talk about NaCl aqueous, it is again made up of NaCl and sodium. Na means sodium, Cl means chlorine, aqueous means in water. So it is also a compound, NaCl. अच्छा, मिक्सचर को छोड़ देते हैं क्योंकि एक्वस लिखा हुआ है, इसने थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ कर दिया है। इसने क्वेश्चन में लिख दिया है क्लासिफाई द सब्सटेंस गिवन इनटू एलिमेंट्स एंड कंपाउंड्स। तो अगर हम मिक्सचर इसको कंसिडर करते हैं, क्योंकि ये तो हो गया सॉल्ट इन वाटर, तो ये मिक्सचर की कैटेगरी में चले जाएगा, बट यहाँ मिक्सचर कैटेगरी तो इसने डाली ही नहीं है। सो नो प्रॉब्लम, इसको एक्वस मतलब हम नहीं समझते, हम समझते हैं कि ये NaCl लिखा हुआ है, सो वी आर पुटिंग इट इन कंपाउंड। बट फिर वुड मिक्सचर में जाएगा। अच्छा, तो वुड तो मिक्सचर होता है, वी कैन नॉट पुट इट इन एलिमेंट एंड कंपाउंड। चलो हम एक काम करते हैं, जो जैसे वुड मिक्सचर है या NaCl एक्वस मिक्सचर दिख रहा है, हम उसको कंपाउंड की कैटेगरी से हटा देते हैं। ऐसे ही सैंड में भी कुछ कंपोनेंट्स हो सकते हैं SiO2 के अलावा भी, डस्ट वगैरह मिक्स हो सकती है, तो हम उसको मिक्सचर ही ले लेते हैं। ओके, सो जस्ट लीव NaCl, सैंड एंड वुड, हम इन तीनों को छोड़ देते हैं टाइम बीइंग। ओके, F2 मीन्स फ्लोरीन। Any idea about, is it element or compound?
Ma'am, element.
It is element. Okay, Hg is mercury.
Mercury.
Okay, what it is?
Element.
It is also an element. Okay, zinc, Zn is zinc. What it is? Element made up of only one type of particle. Oxygen, O2. O2 also comes under the category of element. It is made up of only oxygen. Diamond, diamond is allotrope of carbon. So it is also an element. I told you that there are three allotropes of carbon: graphite, diamond, and fullerene. Completed. Okay. So question number 31 done. Can we move to 32?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So which of the following are not compounds? You have to find out of this all which of the following are not compounds. So I'm giving you 3 minutes to try it yourself and then we will discuss. Okay, so let's start with chlorine gas. What do you say for chlorine gas?
Ma'am, it's not a compound.
It is not a compound. Potassium chloride,
Ma'am, compound.
it is a compound. Iron,
Ma'am, not a compound.
Ma'am, not a
not,
compound.
not a compound, it is element. Iron sulfide,
Ma'am,
iron,
it is a compound.
iron sulfide is a compound made up of iron and sulfur. Aluminium,
Ma'am, it's not a compound.
aluminium is an element. It is not a compound. Iodine, iodine is again element. It is not a compound. Carbon, what do you say for carbon? Carbon is again element. It is not a compound. Carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is CO. Carbon monoxide is a compound. Sulfur powder. So sulfur powder is made up of sulfur. Sulfur in powdered form. So it is not a compound. It is also an element. Element meaning made up of only one type of particle. Like sulfur is made up of only sulfur. Carbon is made up of only carbon. Iodine is made up of only iodine. And compound is like made up of two or more than two elements. So carbon monoxide is made up of two elements. So do you understand the difference between compound and not a compound?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please complete it. Then we will move to long answer type question. If it is done, do tell.
Ma'am, it's done.
Divyansh, Ayan.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay, so let's proceed with question number 33. Fractional distillation is suitable for separation of miscible liquid with boiling point difference of about 25 K or less. What part of fractional distillation apparatus makes it efficient and possesses an advantage over simple distillation process? Okay, that I have discussed it many times, so I need answer from you people now.
Ma'am, I think fractional column.
Yeah, you are correct. So fractional column is the main difference between the two. And fractional column is filled with, or you can say it is packed with glass beads. So that glass beads, what is the role of glass beads? It increases the surface area. Okay, we have written it many times, and every time I'm telling that it is very important, it will come. So I'm again writing it for you.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, what is that written on fractional distillation apparatus has a...
Fractionating column.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, written.
Okay. So if I talk about fractional distillation apparatus, it has a column that is called fractionating column, and inside that fractionating column there are glass beads. Okay, so what happened? This glass beads, if you remember, it is like this column. You can see the diagram in the book, and there are glass beads inside it. So what happened? This glass beads, whenever vapor strike their surface, then it increases the area for vapors condensation. So it will be like more advantageous over simple distillation. So if I compare both, then it is having more advantages over simple distillation process. Please write it down. Okay, so is it written? Can we move to the next sum?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Question number 34. Under which category of mixture will you classify alloy and why? Yes. I hope you all remember this answer. Alloys. Under which category alloys will come and why?
Ma'am, they will come under homogeneous mixtures.
You are correct. So alloy will come under the category of homogeneous mixture.
Ma'am, because they have a uniform composition.
Very good. Because they have uniform composition throughout. Like if you see brass article, then you cannot find iron, copper, which are hidden in it. If you see gold jewelry, then you cannot see copper and silver in it. Can you see copper and silver in it? I cannot see. So it is uniform composition. So we call it homogeneous mixture. Okay, so let's please write it. Then we will discuss B part. A part done. or you're writing?
Ma'am, written.
Okay, so B part is solution is always a liquid. What do you say for this?
Ma'am, a solution can be a solid or gas also.
Okay, so can you name the solution which is solid? A solution,
Ma'am, alloy.
you are correct. A solution can be solid like alloy and gas like, which is a solution in gaseous form.
Ma'am, air.
You are correct. And gas like air. So no, a solution can be solid like alloy, gas like air, or it can be liquid. So it is not correct that solution is always liquid. Solution means homogeneous mixture. So when we talk about homogeneous mixture, it can be between solid solid, it can be gas gas, it can be liquid liquid. Okay, so C part, can a solution be heterogeneous? Answer is no, because solution is homogeneous mixture. I told you in B part also that solution means a homogeneous mixture. Solution is homogeneous mixture. So it cannot be heterogeneous mixture. Please write it down.
Ma'am, written.
Okay. So I'm just connecting again.